Good morning. If everyone can please find their seats, we will begin. Good morning, parents, grandparents, family, and friends. We are so very excited to have you join us here and on our live stream. Welcome to our 2024 Esformis Early Childhood Kindergarten graduation. The program this morning represents a wonderful culmination of concepts learned throughout the school year, as well as a celebration of achievements by our exceptional students. The children have worked very hard for this day and have expressed much excitement about graduating. I would like to call upon our esteemed Rosh HaYeshiva, Rabbi Luban, to please say a few words.
Thank you. This last week's Parsha, Parshas Naso, ended with the korbanos that the Nesiim brought for the Chanukas HaMizbeach, for the dedication of the Beis HaMikdash. They brought, there's over 80 psukim of the different korbanos that were brought in order to dedicate the Beis HaMikdash. Immediately following Naso, we have Baal Oischa, which discusses the menorah. The Ramban explains that the menorah is a remez, really, to the menorah of Hanukkah. It's included. And that also was a dedication. Hanukkah really comes from the word of Chanukah. That Hanukkah, the mitzvah of Hanukkah, was that the Hashmonaim rededicated the Beis HaMikdash after it was defiled by the Greeks. And we all know the story of Hanukkah, that basically they couldn't find any oil, even a pure oil. All the oil was made tameh by the Greeks. Finally, there was a miracle. They found a little bit of oil, one pak shemen, with the chosem of the Kohen Gadol that was pure. Wasn't enough to last for the 8 days. And again, Hashem made another miracle, and the oil lasts. And the question is asked by many of the commentators, what was so important to have Torah oil for the Beis HaMikdash? The halacha is that if you don't have Torah pure oil, you can bring non-pure oil. Tumah hutra b'tzibur. They would be allowed to use oil that wasn't pure in the Beis HaMikdash. And the Mefarshim answer, that's true. In a regular day, you can use oil that's not pure. But when the Hashmonaim were doing is they were rededicating the Beis HaMikdash. It was a new beginning. It was starting the Beis HaMikdash. The Beis HaMikdash is a beginning of the Beis HaMikdash. When you begin something, you have to begin right. Because the beginning is a foundation. The foundation, everything goes after the foundation. If the foundation is strong, if the foundation is tahor, if the foundation is based on Kedusha V'Taira, so the building that's built on it will be the same. So when they came to make the foundation of the Beis HaMikdash, they had to make sure that it was done with Torah oil. Later on, maybe it's not so important. But the foundations has to be Torah, has to be proper. And that's really what they explain Pshat. And there's a Gemara in Shabbos. The Gemara says that any city, Kol Ir She'en Bo Tinoga Shel Beis Rabbim, a city that doesn't have a school for young children, will not exist, will be destroyed. The Gemara continues that the entire world exists based on the learning of the Tinoga Shel Beis Rabbim. The Gemara says it's even more important than the learning of the greatest Talmidei Chachamim. The question is, what is so important about the learning and the mitzvahs of Tinoga Shel Beis Rabbim? But the commentators explain the same concept, that Tinoga Shel Beis Rabbim, this is the foundation. This is what they're going to spend their whole lives based on. And therefore, the Torah, the mitzvahs, the midos tovos, whatever the Tinoga Shel Beis Rabbim learn, that's the since it's done biktusha b'taira, with the innocence, sweet innocence of young children, they're building a foundation that's pure and holy. then we know for sure that the entire building that'll be afterwards will be proper. Therefore, the building that foundation is more important and has more kedusha and bracha to Klal Yisrael than really the learning of the greatest Talmidei Chachamim. Therefore, it's a tremendous simcha, obviously, to be here to celebrate the completion of the foundation of our children, our grandchildren. It's a tremendous simcha for myself, for everyone I'm sure here. Baruch Hashem, we reach this stage, and I want to give a bracha that just as we reach this stage, should go on to reach many more graduations, and they should build on the foundations that of Kedusha v'Taira that exist now. They should be able to bias of Kedusha, of Taira, of mitzvahs, midas taivas, yirah shamayim, and really our children should be a tremendous source of nachas to all of us.
Thank you, Rabbi Luban, for sharing that meaningful message. Your representation here today is most appreciated. We kindly ask that you take a moment to silence your cell phones. Immediately following the performance, we will be calling each child to center stage to receive their diploma from their teachers. We will pause briefly so your child can be photographed. We kindly ask you to be ready with your cameras when you hear your child's name called. The performance will be recorded and available on the school's website, so do not feel pressured to get it on video. Please remain seated during the performance and keep your phones down so that the guests behind you can enjoy as well. Thank you very much, and without further ado, we proudly present the Yeshiva Torres Chaim Torres MS Kindergarten Graduating Class of 2024, Tufshin Pei Daled. Wow, you guys were amazing. You sang beautifully and performed exquisitely. Mazel tov. We are so proud of you, and you should be so incredibly proud of yourselves. You have worked very hard and accomplished great things. And to you, the parents of these fantastic children, Mazel tov on this wonderful milestone. Yeah, you deserve a round of applause. It's truly unbelievable how much each child has grown in the last 10 months. Words cannot express our deepest gratitude for your continued support and involvement. Thank you for entrusting us with your children's education and personal development, and for collaborating with us to cross the finish line together. May they bring you much nachas as they continue on their journey. We would like to express our immense hakaras hatov to the kindergarten teachers who make our program such a tremendous success. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, passion, and gift of teaching. The dedication and hard work that you demonstrate day in and day out is immeasurable and truly valued. The children are very lucky to have such wonderful teachers. Mrs. Pearlie Baghdadi, Mrs. Nicole Barda, Mrs. Bela Biston, Miss Basia Farkas, Mrs. Rena Gruenstein, Mrs. Racheli Handler, Mrs. Miriam Weeder, and Mrs. Chana Welton. Thank you so much to Mrs. Bryna Roth and Mrs. Yael Atiyah for the countless hours spent planning this wonderful celebration and the hard work put into making it such a success. Thank you to Mrs. Eliza Skotsky, Mrs. Esty Fladen, and Mrs. Shiffy Goldberger for your constant assistance and support. Thank you to Mr. Avram Eliezer Friedman, Mr. Aryeh Berenbaum, and Mrs. Nechama Yellen for your technical support and expertise. Thank you to Rabbi Wiener, Mr. Moshe Bitbol, Mr. Meah Simcha Stolov, and Mr. Isaac Akrish and their team for preparing for today's ceremony. Thank you to Rabbi Bauman for your priceless support and guidance. Moras. The children will now be called up to receive their diplomas from their moras. Front stage. We kindly ask that you keep the aisles and exits clear so that all the children may return safely from the stage. When you're finished taking photos with your children, please return the caps and gowns to the kindergarten teachers. Thank you and mazel tov. They're going to be called here. Stand in the front, and the parents can take pictures. How are you calling
Yafit
it?
Itzikov and Sarah Levy. Aliyah Barsky and Cheli Bergida. Ella Cohen and Simi Jamal. Layla Soskin and Hannah Noah Schick. Adele Barron and Chaya Errol. Bessie Miller and Mimi Selmar. Ella Saka and Shayna Sashtain. Eliana Frankel and Tahila Hoffman. Rena Volkowitz and Daphna Grossman. Shifra Khana Schwartz and Leora Younger. Toby Weiner and Sarah Brown. Ahuva Zone and Anael Alishayev. Chaya Lieberman and Netta Ben Ezra. Esther Bela Shrek and Bella Lobel. Adina Diamond and Emily Levine. Atara Freilich and Gabby Oppenheimer. Esther Lahab and Lily Dulitz. Devora Micking and Talia Brescher. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024, Tafshin Pei Daled, Mazel Tov.